Hi guys, this is Random Chat and I'm Darren, and yes, I'm making yet another video, and it is going to be a follow-up, this chat is going to be a follow-up from my previous video, which was about the Islamic takeover of Britain. But this discussion is going to be about all the illegal migrants, immigrants, whatever you wish to call them, that are flooding to this country. This has been an issue that we've had here in Britain for a very long time, and I know some people are pointing the finger at Labour and blaming them for the massive influx, but we've always had this issue, hasn't helped, and more are coming here on a regular basis. And what this chat is going to be about is the fact that in my previous video I was talking about the takeover, and basically the start of the takeover of Britain has started with the invasion of all these immigrants. Many people have pointed out the fact that most of these people that are coming here seem to be only male, and they are all within a certain age group. And if you look at all the photographs online, you will see this, that nearly all the people coming here are young people. They're all slim, athletic build, all between the ages of say 18 and 30, and they're all coming from countries in which it is compulsory for inscription, where it is compulsory for them to do military training. So it is safe to say that most of these people that are coming here have military training. They have been trained in warfare. They have been trained to kill. Some of them probably have been within that situation where they have gone to war and have killed. But the thing is, we're not being told this by these people. They come here with no identification. They come here and we have to take their word for who they say they are. If they tell you their name's Joe Bloggs, we have to take that at their word. So roughly, we don't know who we're letting into this country. We could be letting hardened, military trained killers here. And yes, the reason for these people coming here is because they're leaving war-torn countries. They want to come here for the safety, knowing that they can live in peace. The odd thing is, some people have noticed that it seems to be only men coming here on the boats. Where are their wives? Where are their children? Their loved ones? Why are they not bringing them from an unsafe country, a war-torn country, and bring them here to safety? Surely you would not leave your children in a country where they are at risk, where they're at danger. Are these men all cowards running away, leaving their family behind to face what the consequences are for being in that war-torn country? Or are they coming here for a different reason? Why people who are letting them here are not asking these questions? Or are they asking them, but they're not telling us what the real reason is? There is a massive blackout on information being issued to the general public of what's going on. So is it a case that these are not people coming here looking for safety, but they're an army slowly moving in, waiting for their orders to attack? And yes, I know this is just my views on Random Chat, but it's concerns that many people have. If we're not giving the information, the issue is we have to come to our own conclusions. And when you see things on YouTube where these people are coming here and they are carrying out criminal offences, sexual assaults, violent acts within a very short time of being here, what sort of conclusions do you think we're coming up with? They're not positive ones, are they? There are so many signs that these people are not coming here in peace. So why are they coming here? What is the real reason for them being here? And this is why I think so many people are getting very concerned about the massive illegal immigration. We are getting concerned of how many people are coming here and their intentions. Crime has gone up in this country since immigration has gone into overload. And I know many of them come here claiming poverty, leaving everything behind. But they seem to have all the latest phones. And when they come here, the taxpayers are footing the bill for keeping these people. We are the ones that are paying for it. Huge sums of money each year goes into keeping illegal immigrants in this country, whereas British people forced to live in poverty. British people living on the streets, rejected and forgotten about, when illegal immigrants come to this country and end up with a roof over their heads. We treat illegal immigrants better than we treat our own people, and this is totally wrong. There is a saying, charity begins at home, and maybe we should start thinking about that. Start looking after our own people before we start handing out money to those who come here with intentions that we do not know what they are. And a large number of these people coming to this country are Muslim. So the Muslim population in this country is growing larger and larger. And when you have certain demonstrations going on and they are waving signs stating that Islam will dominate the world and pointing out how Islam is so strong and powerful. Is this a Muslim invasion to take over our country? As I said, this is a Christian country in my previous video, and that the Islamic community seems to want to take over Britain. It does seem to be an attack on Christianity and our ways and our beliefs. And yes, this is just my opinion. Doesn't mean it's fact that it's happening. Doesn't mean that Islam are here to take over and to destroy Christianity. I am just saying what I see on a regular basis when you click onto YouTube. Sadly, that's the only way we can find information of what's going on here in Britain, is by going onto YouTube. This is because we have a media blackout, as we are only told what we need to be told. We are kept in the dark of what's really going on. You've only got to take recently 3 very serious crimes that occurred. You had the multiple stabbings of a soldier by a black man. All the information on this has been hushed up very quickly. The attack on police officers in a Manchester airport by a Pakistani man. No criminal procedures have been published or what's happening there. He hasn't even gone to court yet for such a serious criminal offence. And then you have the stabbing and the murder of 3 young primary school age girls by a black person. No information has been given out recently on what's happening there. It is still an ongoing court case. So why are serious criminal offences like this taking so long? Why are they being kept quiet from us? What's going on? No information has been provided. The press are quite happy to tell you when there's a white person have committed an offence such as throwing a brick at a policeman who is now fast-tracked and gone to court and gone to prison for it. But then that is the 2-tier system in this country, the 2-tier legal system, where it's one law for one person, another law for a different person. It all goes on to your culture, your religious beliefs, on how you are treated legally, and you will hear Keir Starmer on a regular basis talking about far-right racists. But it's nothing to do with far-right racism in this country. It's more about how white people seem to be the target. And when we speak up about it, people like Keir Starmer wants to try to find a way to shut us up because he doesn't like us talking about it, sharing our views, sharing our opinions. I think he's scared that people might listen, and if people start listening, they might start agreeing. And if they might start agreeing, then they might start standing up for their rights. Keir Starmer doesn't want us having any rights. The best way to describe how Britain is at present is to watch the film 1984. It is set in basically can only be described as a communist ruling of life where you just exist, you work, you do as you're told, and that's about it. You have no life, no happiness, no freedom. And sadly, that film would describe how it's going in this country now. And I don't think it's just across this country. I think this problem is spreading globally across the Western world. But the only problem is when people start speaking up about it, such as if you look at Poland, who are trying to put their foot down regards to all the mass immigration coming into their country, they're being called racist. So is protecting your country, protecting your family, being racist? Or is it just being patriotic to your country because you want your people, your country, to be safe? Because if you look at Britain's reputation at present, it's not a very safe place to live. Certain areas are a no-go zone for white people. There are areas within this country, if you're white, you walk around the streets at night, you're putting your life in danger. I know myself, I've started looking at things in a different light regarding to what's going on in this country. The one way I can describe how I feel living here in Britain at present is to describe my workplace. Previously I worked on a 2 to 10 shift, and there would be the night staff that would come in at 10 o'clock to do their jobs. And the vast majority of these people are black and not British. In the past, this wouldn't have made any difference to me. But today, the way things are in this country, I see people differently. When you see people black and who are not British, you feel on guard. You feel ready for something to happen. Because these people, they keep themselves to themselves. They don't integrate with anyone else. And I've seen this many times throughout different jobs I've done, where certain cultures will stick to their own culture and do not want to integrate. But the way things are happening now in this country with all the attacks, you suddenly feel that you need to keep your guard up and be prepared. There is no trust there. And why should we have to feel that way in our own country? Why should people coming here make us feel uncomfortable and feel threatened. We are now at a stage living in Britain where we think the worst of most people coming to this country who are definitely not part of the Western world. And when you hear people preaching hatred here in Britain towards people from the Western world, and you see that nothing is getting done about it, it does make you feel unsafe. It also begs the question of why do these people want to live here in Britain, within a Western world, within a Western culture, if you don't like our way of life. And like I said, it's not just here in Britain, it's right across all Western life that people are suddenly moving there who do not want to integrate, do not want to be diverse, who do not want to be part of that country's culture and its ways. I know if I moved to another country, I would have to adapt to that culture of that country. I would have to respect their ways and their laws and their rules. But there are people coming here to Britain every single day, and they do not follow any of that. They have no respect for our rules, our laws, our way of life. And we are then told we are the ones that need to be diverse. We need to adapt. We need to change. And that is not the case. We don't need to be diverse. We do not need to change. We do not need to adapt. This is Britain. This is our home. Anyone coming here to live needs to be the ones who make the change. Because if you come to a British country to live, then you come here and become a British citizen. And if you cannot do that, then don't come here. If you cannot come here and follow our laws and our rules, then stay away. Because we have to follow those laws and those rules of our land. So if you are coming here, then you too also have to follow those rules and those laws. The other issue is, it seems that these people who come here, especially the illegal ones who are running away from tyranny, from war, seem to want to bring their hatred to this country. Rather than leaving it where they come from and starting a new life, they want to bring their anger here, their frustration. But I'm only saying what people are pointing out and what I see also on a regular basis. Luckily, I live in a quiet, peaceful town, and hopefully it will stay that way. At present, I can go into the town at night time and feel safe. But I do know that there are other places, other towns, other cities that I know I would not be safe walking around. Add your comments on what you think. Do you think I'm wrong in what I'm saying? Or do you agree? And I also think that things are going to get worse. They're not going to get better. Not under a Labour government. But then they're not going to get any better under Conservatives also, because they became just as bad as Labour. The only difference is Labour has set out to totally annihilate the British way of life. With the Conservatives, all they did is turn a blind eye. Whereas with Labour, it seems like they want to encourage it. You've only got to look at certain laws they put in place, one of which was the reinstatement of the blasphemy law. But it was only reinstated to protect the Islamic community, was not there to protect the Christian community or the Jewish community. So it's a bit pointless bringing in a blasphemy law and reinstating it if it's only going to be stopping people speaking up about Islam. Because all Keir Starmer's done by doing that is giving power to the Muslim people over what we, the Western world, can say and cannot say. But once you criticise Islam, you can face a prison sentence. I think if the government wants to gain the respect of the British people, and if the police want to gain the respect of the British people, they need to start pulling their finger out and start showing the British people that we are here to protect you. We are here to support you. But at present, neither of them are showing any support to the British people. Feel free to share your views on what I've just said within this video. If you agree with me, give it a thumbs up. If you disagree, give it the thumbs down. Feel free to also hit that subscribe button if you want to follow my channel. Well, that is it for this little bit of random chat. And my next video is already in the planning. So thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the videos I've posted so far. I do appreciate all the people that have hit that subscribe button and all the people that are clicking on the like on my videos. So until my next video, stay safe and thank you. Goodbye for now.